All felt they knew why Pauley Perrette quit acting. The official account was straightforward. Leaked documents contradict her desire for calm. She needed therapy to cope with assault allegations, safety violations, and a co-star she was scared of. CBS hoped their settlement would end everything. They aired. Pauley, now 56, and ready to reveal what happened in his final years on set. Born in New Orleans on March 27, 1969, Pauley Perrette had a nomadic upbringing. Her father worked on railroads, thus the family moved frequently. In her teens, she had resided 14 places. Though she never felt like she belonged, this frequent uprooting taught her how to adapt, blend in, and read people quickly. Despite being born in Louisiana, she always considered Alabama home. Her adaptability from growing up in so many southern places helped her withstand Hollywood's volatile world. Pauley wanted to fight crime before she was Abby Ciuto. Her childhood included more than fairy tales and cartoons. She liked crime stories and the science employed to catch them. She wanted to be an FBI agent, join a rock band, or work with animals, while most kids wanted to be astronauts or athletes. And she meant it. After high school, she studied criminal justice and got sociology, psychology, and criminology degrees. She continued. In New York, she started a master's at John Jay College of Criminal Justice. She wasn't driven by fame or success. She wondered why individuals wound others without remorse. That question haunted her for years. She was studying and struggling to make ends meet when something altered her forever. In Atlanta in the 1980s, she was mugged violently. Though few details exist, the impact was great. It was terrifying and pivotal. Her trauma became fuel instead of driving it away. It motivated her to research crime and aid others. From then on, she advocated for victims, always remembering what it felt like to be hurt. She used her voice and growing platform to encourage others. Her college years were unique. Pauley worked hard in school and harder outside it to survive. Georgia's criminal justice student had good grades. When she relocated to NYC, things got harder. She bartended in subterranean clubs in a mohawk and combat boots, fitting the city's unique nightlife. To fund school, she roller skated and distributed leaflets and cooked on dinner cruise ships. Even though it wasn't glamorous, she believed it provided her an edge. She experienced human behavior daily, not only in textbooks. Her mix of academic study and real-world experience was great acting training, even though she hadn't intended it. She got her first tattoo at 15. In her traditional Southern upbringing, that was surprising. The austere religion she was raised in rarely allowed movies and TV. She looked gorgeous as a small Southern girl. Polite, well-behaved blonde with pigtails. But she felt different inside. She showed the world she wouldn't follow others' rules with the tattoos. She got about 20 tattoos that represented her over time. Her body became a painting that defied all her early expectations. She arrived in Hollywood in the 1990s with $71, but she had just returned from New York, where she had been bartending in clubs to survive. Things didn't improve in LA. She worked at anything she could and slept on friends' floors. She even did voiceovers for dial-in song services to pay rent. Acting wasn't her lifelong dream. She discovered it while surviving. Only when her criminology plan couldn't pay the bills did she try it. She walked dogs on Sunset Boulevard for $5 a day during her lowest point. Though small, it led to something remarkable. A pit bull she rescued from the street became her beloved Cece. Not simply a pet, that dog. Her story included it. The connection to Cece heightened her conflict with a co-star over his vicious dog years later. These walks sparked her lifelong passion of animals. Since then, she has helped many animal rescue groups. A coffee shop conversation was her first break in television. She heard about the Drew Carey Show casting call while sitting nearby. That moment got her a 4-episode part as Darcy, an extra, over 2 years. From there, she carefully built her resume. She got roles on Frasier and Murder One, each one getting her closer to her big break. That overheard conversation changed everything. She appeared briefly in Almost Famous in February as radio DJ Alice Wisdom. Although it wasn't a big role, she got to work alongside Philip Seymour Hoffman and Cameron Crowe. The Price of Kissing was a modest drama she starred in years before. Though not blockbusters, these roles helped her develop as an actress. Despite its low box receipts, Almost Famous became a cult classic. She demonstrated versatility and talent in those flicks before NCIS made her famous. In February 2003, Pauley Perrette wore baggy Levi's, sneakers, and a white t-shirt to the audition. Her natural blonde hair was nothing like her gloomy persona. Don Belisario said, "That's her," when she entered. Later, her friend Kevin Lawson said Perrette didn't need to try. Her caffeine, rapid chatter, and embrace affection were enough. Abby Ciuto wasn't her character. It was her nature. Her coffee-fueled excitement, rapid chatter, and embrace love were unscripted. It was Pauley being himself. That moment changed everything. Abby went beyond joining the squad. She won the team's heart. Fans made it obvious regardless of CBS data comparing her popularity to other characters. Viewers adored Abby. She was a hit, and her role increased beyond expectations. Writers spotted the link and increased her screen time. She appeared in every episode since the show's debut by February 2018. No one else on the cast ran like that. One little plush toy generated more set turmoil than any actor. Purple plush, Bert the farting hippo farted when squeezed. A backdrop prop became a set legend. Cast and crew struggled for it. The makers had to lock it up to prevent theft. Episode after episode, Bert provided humorous relief in dark moments. Abby wasn't famous for products. It was odd touches like this that stood out. Perrette took Abby's forensic science work seriously behind the scenes. Abby was clearly knowledgeable in October 2003 Sea Dog. The third episode. It wasn't accidental. Perrette learned forensic science from real professionals. To feel authentic, she studied DNA analysis, ballistics, and lab technique. Not only did she memorize lines, they made sense to her. Abby became more than a TV persona. She felt ready to work in an NCIS lab. Pauley Perrette's heart went beyond the role. She dedicated herself to important issues. One was aiding veterans. She collaborated with American Humane's Pups for Patriots program, which matches PTSD and TBI veterans with service dogs. Training these dogs can cost up to $30,000. Perrette supported the endeavor and helped. Over 160 veterans have been supported and honored by trained canines through the initiative. The program reflected Abby's admiration for service members. The seventh season finale boosted the show's popularity. Over 20 million Americans watched that program. The occasion was huge for NCIS. The criminal drama outperformed American Idol that year. In the 18 to 49 age category, the show increased 25% from the prior season. Over the year, viewers increased from 14,900,000 to 17,600,000. Not just another finale. It was when NCIS became America's top scripted show and stayed there. Calf Power, Abby's specialty drink, was one of her craziest but most successful marketing triumphs. It originated as a design concept. Producers didn't want Abby to take caffeine pills on screen, so they converted it into a bright red energy drink. The red cup became famous. 7-Eleven promoted the idea, which increased energy drink sales by 14% nationwide. Christmas-themed CAF PAL mugs were manufactured. Most admirers didn't realize Pauley Perrette never drank it. Her cups held cranberry juice. Even in awkward sequences, Perrette never requested a body double. She filmed in cramped morgues without assistance despite extreme claustrophobia. A dramatic hostage scenario in Bête Noire forced her to face those concerns. She was unafraid. She persisted. The show dubbed it necrophobia even when the set made her gasp. Her focus wasn't corpses. She kept in character despite the walls closing in. For 15 years, she never let fear hinder her performance. Perrette secretly developed a webcomic while on NCIS. P wrote Lab Babel about Abby's lab escapades. First, no one realized it was her. The comic featured Bert the hippo, Abby's science, and humor. Fans eventually understood. What surprised me was where the money went, not the humor. Every ad dollar went to animal shelters nationwide. She conducted a silent act of charity no one asked for. Guinness World Records awarded Perrette a first-ever title in 2011. The most popular TV crime drama actress, not just ratings. The Q score measured audience liking of her. Her, not just character. She outperformed CSI and Law and Order actresses. NCIS had almost 18 million viewers per episode. Aside from her goth style and science jargon, she stood out by making people care. Everything changed on NCIS in October 2016. Mark Harmon brought Dave, his rescue pit bull, as usual. Something went horribly wrong that day. A crew member needed 15 stitches when the dog bit them, Production halted for 2 hours due to the attack. Not a fast scare. The injury caused severe bodily and emotional harm. Harmon's attorney then confirmed, warning him about reintroducing the dog. Still, Dave returned. Once a safe, regulated set, now it was scary. That incident wasn't forgotten. It started a chain reaction that shattered the show. After the dog incident, Pauley Perrette requested CBS never let Dave back on set. Shaken, but when the network allowed the dog back, she was enraged. She included a strict provision to her season 15 contract. After that, she never saw Harmon again. Fans considered it a mystery. They never starred together. Filming was organized around them behind the scenes. She had multiple crews shoot her scenes on different days. The system grew harder to control, and production expenses rose. They didn't share a building in her final episode, viewed by 15 million. Editors had to painstakingly piece the episode together to create a false relationship. Pauley revealed everything in June 2019. Her 6 a.m. tweet shook the internet. Harmon frightened her and gave her nightmares about attacking her. She declared she would never rejoin NCIS. This was not a press interview or private statement. They were straightforward. Internet burst. Fans sought to understand her, crashing entertainment websites. Harmon's calm TV father image took a hit. He remained mute. Her quiet gave her statements weight for many. Pauley had submitted 3 HR safety complaints, which was unknown. Not just salary or conflict rumors. CBS later revealed she raised concerns a year before leaving. She posted about many physical assaults in February 2018. Her writing suggested she was silenced and blamed a big machine for spreading exit lies. She required treatment after work because she felt uncomfortable. She tried to follow the rules by filing 3 reports. It seems CBS had many opportunity to act more strongly, but didn't. Pauley needed to escape her workplace, not just leave it. Reports that she hired a private investigator were the most serious. She wasn't ranting. She was accumulating proof. Pauley utilized the investigated NCIS set safety infractions to pressure CBS into a private payment. Multiple reports say CBS paid her $5 to $9 million. The script and pay cut weren't the issue. About safety and responsibility. The deal included a stringent non-disclosure clause to hide everything. CBS was facing other misbehavior allegations at the time. They had compensated Eliza Dushku $9,500,000 for harassment on another show. The money Pauley received shows her case was serious enough to destroy CBS's image and Mark Harmon's career if revealed. 2 years later, Pauley sought to return with Broke, a sitcom. It started well. Over 7 million viewers tuned in April 2020. Success was fleeting. Ratings dropped quickly. Only 3,600,000 viewers remained after 13 episodes. The show received a 0.4 rating among 18 to 49-year-olds. That figure is significantly below what networks need to sustain shows. The show was panned as boring and aimless. CBS wanted to relaunch her TV career, but it ended silently. After dominating prime time, Pauley's return failed due to low ratings and poor reception. Pauley sent one last message 2 months after break ended. "I'm free in rainbow colors," she tweeted July 7, 2020. Not just a happy update. It marked her acting retirement. She solely answers to God, animals, and plants now. She said her rescue dogs were her sole judges. She clearly had no desire to return to the industry. Over 350 NCIS episodes were part of her 25-year acting career. That IT was over for her. Interviews, planning, and goodbye tours were absent. One bold message closed the door. What happened next surprised many. Even after retiring, she was given work. She was sought for guest appearances on The Good Doctor and Law and Order, SVU. She turned off simple victories like $100,000 to $300,000 parts for someone with her experience and name recognition. Peace replaced money. Though she formerly supported SVU and its causes, she refused to return. Rejecting such offers demonstrated her seriousness. She didn't seek fame. Protecting her health. Pauley Perrette opened her eyes on September 2, 2021, and felt something was amiss. Her entire right side was numb. She attempted to dismiss it, thinking she'd slept strangely, but it didn't return. Her finger on her face felt like someone else's. Even her laptop on her legs didn't bother her skin. Panic ensued. She called her doctor, who advised acting now. Within minutes, She was in an emergency room with medical staff, confirming her worst fears. She had a major ischemic stroke at 53. Her voice faded for 36 hours. She couldn't talk. Her initial words weren't dramatic when she spoke again. They were lively and sarcastic. Dude, seriously? Her doctor didn't expect her to live past 5 p.m. that day. That stroke was dangerous. After months of speech and motor skill treatment, she survived, disfigured but alive. Not simply physicians saved her. It was Rosie. Rosie wasn't a nurse or relative. Perrette's rescue dog. Rosie pawed her throughout the stroke, awakening her up just in time. That simple act saved lives. Every stroke minute matters, and Rosie bought hers. Perrette always loved animal rescue. Over time, she adopted other pets and expressed her love for them. But this was different. The dog she saved her back. That moment made her know their relationship extended beyond friendship. They survived. After that, her thankfulness and spirituality blossomed in her animal rescue work. That spirituality deepened after the stroke. Perrette sought solitary areas away from Hollywood. She began visiting a big Sir Benedictine monastery twice a year. She learned to breathe, calm down, and listen there. Not one monk tried to convert her. Instead, they taught her to sit quietly and pray authentically. She says a simple prayer daily. Forgive me, and thank you for everything. She claims she hears clear, quiet guidance in quietness. The words trust or not are whispered. This wasn't her childhood faith. She didn't know how to pray then. Her God discussions now feel like check-ins with a friend. These retreats helped her overcome more than the stroke. They helped her overcome years of suffering, including past abuse and a 2015 horrific attack that horrified her. Despite her suffering, Perrette kept giving. Her passion prompted her to executive produce Studio One Forever, a documentary. The video chronicles Studio One, America's first gay disco, from 1974 to 1994 in West Hollywood. It was more than a club. The LGBTQ community found freedom, joy, and each other there, especially amid the horrific early AIDS pandemic. Bruce Vilanch and Chita Rivera tell their stories in the film, but Perrette's rationale was simple. She wanted those voices heard. She wanted to show that Studio One was more than a dance floor. This was a safe location during dangerous times. At the 23rd Outfest LA Film Festival, the initiative celebrated history, endurance, and community. Not all of her worthwhile work made headlines. She silently helped Christina Flores, a young cancer patient. In February 2015, Christina loved NCIS and wanted to meet Abby Ciuto. The Make-A-Wish Foundation fulfilled their wish. Meet, spend time, and got matching temporary tattoos. Christina died weeks later. Pauley paid for Christina's family's funeral and journey, which no one knew. Not for publicity. It was private. Christina's aunt's deleted tweet was the only source. Perrette remained silent. She needn't. She had previously acknowledged a strong little girl who affected her. Pauley chose her ideals despite Hollywood's calls. Playboy magazine offered Pose $750,000 in February 2007. No, she said. They returned with approximately $1 million in February 2013, which she rejected again on NCIS was one of the most watched shows at the time, receiving over 19 million viewers weekly. She refused to participate in anything that objectified women, but Playboy expected she would say yes. Knowing young followers were watching, she wanted to send a different message. She told TV Guide in 2014 that the offers didn't tempt her. She believed in expressing strength another way, even at great expense. In 2023, Pauley's will was released during a Los Angeles probate filing, which may have surprised the most. Her estate was over $22 million, yet no one received a penny. Every penny went to no-kill animal shelters and the Innocence Project. Her lawyer said she wanted to prevent inheritance trouble. She had long supported these causes. In 1 year, she saved 12 pets. Her will gave 60% to shelters and 40% to liberate the falsely convicted. She asked one last thing. Division of her ashes. Near a dog park, half would be scattered. The other half went to the rescue center where she got her first puppy.